Alright, we're back for another OOTP vid. As we near the end of the season, this video will be a little shorter. If you saw my post on Twitter, or my tweet on Twitter, there's been a lot of background noise today, so it's probably going to take me longer to get all of the footage. Thus, it's going to be shorter because of it. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So I'm going to have to kind of jump in and go quickly. Go into the standings. If you remember, we left off, so far I've had a bad run through August as we go into our last week. We are in third. If we can somehow get back to 500, that'd be nice. That is our goal. I don't know if we'll be able to. We still have a tough schedule, and we don't have a lot of games left to do it. We played 132, so 30 games. We have to play above 500. So I guess we'll see. First things first. We have a series against Texas, 2 games. We get Kluber in the second, and then a day off. So we'll go ahead and send that and see where that puts us. Alright, well, this, I think, effectively ended any hopes of getting back to 500, to be honest. Kemp breaks his hand, so his season is done. Owen strained his back. He's going to be out 2 to 3 weeks. And we don't have another shortstop, so we had to call up Bertram. Even though he's 2 for 4, whatever. Call up Hilliard to replace Kemp. He will back up. Desmond will move in to start and left. That's what we're going to go with. Let's go ahead and look. We split the series with Texas. So, let's see. We lose this one. McMahon with the only run provided in this one. We only had 3 hits altogether. Really rough night at the plate. We give up 7, some late, but since Tella did not get help, didn't pitch necessarily great at the end, had to pull him, but he didn't pitch really great. McMahon with his 10th home run, Diaz with a triple, and we lose Gallo, the GOAT, 32 home runs. Then we win against Kluber. It shows you how funny baseball can be. But we scored our runs late, though we did get ahead early. Kyle Freeland actually pitched a good game. I'm sure he spread out hits. Yep, spread out 8 hits over 8 2/3. Doesn't get the complete game, but you know, at that point you could have really left him in the try. We actually get a win against Kluber, which is impressive. In both games, our pitchers had an error. Give him some run support this time. Walters and Dahl with doubles. Hampson with a triple. Arenado 1 for 5, so he dips under 300 in this series. And you see there, Bertram 2 for 4 in his first game. What is this important message? Yep, Kemp pan outs. Bo Bichette's. Ben Heller down. Looking at the standings, I'm sure he didn't make any ground. Well, 4 back of the D-backs. In the wild card, I believe, are 9. Yep. So that's a lot to make up. Don't think we'll be able to do that. That is okay. Let's take a look at the schedule to see what we have going forward. I'll at least like to finish into early September. So you have a series against the Braves and the Mets. Those 2 series would be huge. Just 8 games right there, and then we have Cleveland. That said, let's go ahead and jump into that Atlanta series. You see Fulte, Newcomb, Soroka, and Max Fried. Extremely tough. We'll get up, and as a matter of fact, we'll just go ahead and go up into the roster expansion. And now we'll go ahead and stop there. We'll stop. We got Stroman, Waka, and DeGrom. Oof. And then Clev, Blazak, Professor, Lester, Bueller, Kershaw, Lester, Darvish, Bueller, Kershaw, Price. Good lord. Anyway, let's go back up and let's send this series first off against the Braves. See if we can at least get a split. Then we're going to play a 500 ball down the stretch. If we can get to at least 75 wins, I think I'd still be happy with our season. It's going to be tough, but let's see if we can do it. Alright, and as you can see there, we won the first and lose the next 3. Problem is, we run into 2 of the best pitchers in terms of ERA and Fried and Soroka, so kind of expected. Shall we take a look at the results? So we won the first game, and we actually come from behind. They blew the save. Desmond with a 2-run home run off of Will Smith. Oof. Freddie Freeman got me early. They scored their 4 runs early. Davis picked up the win. Go figure. Try to get rid of this guy, and he comes in and pitches okay. Castillo comes in. Come on. Sorry, dude. You know how it is. But Castillo comes in, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 walk. Pitched himself into some trouble, but was able to get out of it. Old Bird, like what I saw out of him. Offensively, Desmond obviously with the home run. Arenado with his 38th. See if we get like 43, 44 home runs. Freddie Freeman his 40th double. 2-run double for him. And an RBI double for Christian. Alright, no it wasn't. Surprisingly. That was gonna do on work. We won the first game, so we steal a win. They made sure we didn't do it in the second game, so they kept scoring. They score 8. Three hits for Murphy, 2 for Chuck Nasty. Arenado 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. 42nd double for him. Hampson. Triple. That's the only reason we scored. Lead off triple. We actually started, we gave the lead to Carlos, and Carlos did not pitch well. Looking like I'm going to take an L in that trade. Acuna, 33rd double. That seems really good though offensively. Can't be too upset. Like I said, Mike is one of the best pitchers this season. So, wasn't expecting much. This one, they 1 run scored in the 8th. Painful. Run scoring double. Late. And then we actually got a runner on in scoring position. Just couldn't get him in. Bertram, 2 for 3. Like what he's doing. I mean, he's going to have to finish it out for the most part, and then we'll just kind of monitor him and see what happens. Since he'll actually pitch well, just it is what it is. No run support in this one, can't be upset about that. And then the last one was 2-3. Gave up a run late. We were up 2-1. Let him tie it in the 7th, and then so Castillo's tag with the loss. Oof. Freeland pitched well. Castillo did not. That home run to cut it to, or actually to tie the game up in the 7th. We take the lead in the 7th. They tied it back up. And yep, Duvall with the double. Walk-off double. Alright. Up next, the Mets. So we dropped to 6 under 500. Up next is the Mets. Roster expansion. How about we send to that? This is hilarious. I'm getting job offers from other places. Obviously, I'm not accepting any of them. But we did lose. So before we look at roster expansion, look at that. We don't score. Stroman shut us down. 3 hits. Second time in this episode that we have only managed 3 hits in the game. And doesn't matter, because if you get 3 hits, you're probably going to lose. So you can see Smith with the 2-run home run. Or just a solo shot. Yeah, another RBI. Must have been a sac fly or RBI ground out. No production at the plate. Go figure. Completely dominated. And he struggled in terms of being able to get wins, especially with that ERA, but we definitely helped him out. So let's look at roster expansion. Goes up to 28. I'm thinking Gomer. Ouch. As he gets lit up. But we're going to promote him. And then I think, who else would I promote? So let's make some adjustments. Pitching. I'm actually going to put Gomer in the pin. Just get him some usage there. See what he does from a lineup perspective. I'll actually start. Would I start Gerber over Desmond? Sure. Secondary of left. Oof. Nah. Maybe not. But what I can do is I can put him as the backup and right. So we'll do that. And I'm going to look really quick and see that series against the, it's at home. Never mind. Alright, well, I tried. Put him in as DH, not that it matters. Alright. Lefty heavy, but that's okay. We're just trying to kind of play things out. Cool. Expand a couple spots. Hopefully Gomer will get some opportunities to pitch. Maybe I'll have a spot start. And we'll go ahead and finish up the series against the Mets. While I'm at it, let's go ahead and sim the whole series against Cleveland too. 2 birds, 1 stone. Alright. Oh, we had a pitching coach retire. Oh, the Cubs have been eliminated from the playoff chase? Really? No, I think there's only one thing that can be said to that. Granted, we will be too if we aren't already. So looking at a couple things that you may have missed. Well, may have missed. Of course you did because you didn't see it. Let's go look at our injuries. Now the injuries are starting to pile up. This kind of sucks. So in this sim, we lost Gold, shoulder inflammation, so he's done for the season. And we got word that Owings it's unknown when he'll be back. So that kind of sucks. So with Gold going out, I opted to bring up Justin Lawrence, who struggled in the minors. He's going to be a specialist against righties. But Gomer is going to be in the pen. So I'm hoping that he gets an opportunity. So let's look. So the rest of the series against the Mets, we already know we lost the opener. We lose the second, and then we split the last two. So let's look at the second game. We lose 0-9. 4 hits. You can tell the difference of not having certain players in the lineup. You don't have Story, now you lose Kemp, you lose 2 big bats. And Owings had been hitting well. I mean, I just don't know what you do at the plate. Steven Mott's complete game shutout. Meanwhile, we're giving up 13. Hey, look there. Boom. 2 innings, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. At this point, we just take what we can take. Because the offense is definitely compromised. We don't have great depth, especially in the infield positions. Partly my fault. But we won the next game. Carlos Martinez with the win. Diego Castillo with the save. And it was Chuck Nasty that put us up late. I'll take it. 2-run single by Walker. That was the only run scored by the Mets. All the hits that they had, and the only run scored were by a single by a former Cardinal pitcher. Chuck Nasty, when it was a pinch hit too, so that's perfect. Keeps Martinez in line for the win. Hampson with 2 stolen bases. Gerber gets the play. Gets a double. Liking this kid. Walters with a double. Dahl's home run. And we're fortunate. They had 9 hits. 8 of them were singles. Something I talk about a lot in MLB The Show. I don't mind giving up hits. I just would like for them to be singles. Problem is when you give up a bunch of hits and they're extra base hits versus getting few hits and none of them being. You'd rather see the long ball. So we get the dub. Like what I saw out the pen. 1 hit allowed. 3 strikeouts. We'll take it. And then we lose the finale from the start. DeGrom. You knew you'd have to just kind of weather the storm, and we gave up 3 runs early, and pretty much that was the game. 4 hits. Another game with no hitting. Hard to win if you can't get anything going. So, it is what it is. Dahl, Murphy, Blackman, and Hampson. Okay, cool. Then we had a 3-game against Cleveland, and we actually won 2 out of 3. 2 in extras. We lost 1. So let's see. Lost the lead in the 7th, and had a 5-run. So we were down 6-1, then 6-2. Then we took the lead. 7-6, and then Santana with a 2-run home run off of Oberg. Ouch. Brad Hand converts to save. Happy to be back at home. We get some production, 9 hits. Hampson, good game for him, 2 for 5 with 3 RBI. Arenado hitless, but Murphy, McMahon, Desmond, Burcham, and Walters. And Gerber, pinch hit. Like that, what you see with the pinch hits, 2 pinch hit situations that result in runs being scored. Castillo came in pitch well. Gomer, 1 inning, 2 strikeouts. Okay, like I said, I'm watching him. I like it. The second game, we win. We come from behind, 4 in the bottom of the 8th, and then a walk-off single by Blackman. Survive. Arenado with a double. Nice to see him be productive. He's been kind of quiet. Burcham again, 2 for 4, an RBI. I'll take that. McMahon, 1 for 5, 2 RBIs, and a home run. So you had the home run by him, then Arenado with the 2-run double. Those result in us tying the game. Setting the stage for what we got. Martinez, rough. Davis, rough. Big error. Lindor, pinch hit. It's been a day off for him. Survive, though. I'll take it for him Alvarez. Alright, and then last game of the series, we win. Right, oh, that's the one wait, is that the one I looked at? Yeah, I didn't look at the second one, which is 12-9. So we actually blew a save in the 9th. Well, we really blew this game a lot. We were up 8-1. Gave up 6 runs in the 8th, then blew the save in the 9th, then gave up the lead in the 10th, and then Arenado walks it off with a 3-run home run. Good Lord, that's awful. Burcham hitting well though, 2 for 4. Diaz on an off day pitches well, or hits well, sorry, 3 for 5. Castillo with the hold, though he did give up a run. Gomer did, Altavia did. So I hate that. 3 guys that we have added to the team all giving up runs there. But we find a way to get the dub at the end. Bullpen really let us down on that one. Hoffman didn't pitch long, but he pitched good enough, pitched well enough to win the game. We got those runs off of Clevenger. Impressive. Alright. So looking at the standings, 7 games under 500. 145 games, so it's only 17 games left. Instead, I wanted to get to 75. Obviously, getting going 12-5 would be better, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. We got the Cubs next. We'll kind of see how that goes. I'm waiting for the official "we've been eliminated" email to come. It's coming soon. 69-76. We're not winning the division. That's definitely out the question. You can see that E is slowly starting to creep up. But still would like to try to see if we can finish second in the division. So, now the Cubs are eliminated. Let's go ahead and take this 3-game series and the off day and see what we can do before we head into a series with the Padres. Alright, we're starting to see some needs pop up. Now looking at the series against, we took 2 out of 3 against the Cubbies. You can see the Pirates and Giants have now joined in being eliminated. It's slowly creeping up. We're coming up. We'll definitely see it next episode. Wild card race is really, really interesting. You have the Cardinals locked in at a 2nd spot for now. The sizable gap after the Nats, with no one really close. So as you wind down the stretch with about 15, 16 games left, somewhere between 14 and 16 games, you don't have a lot to look at. You have the Cardinals and Nats comfortably there. So then you look at the division. Braves and Phillies are fighting for that division spot. One of them will get the wild card, it looks. The Cardinals aren't far behind the Reds, so they're still competing for that. So pretty much those 2 are competing for the division as well. And then the Dodgers clinched. No one has a winning record in the division besides them, so it's not hard to imagine that being a thing. Looking at the American League, Yankees going to walk away with that division very soon, like in a day or 2. Everyone else far back. In the Central, you have the Twins and Cleveland fighting. Thought the White Sox might be a little bit better, but it is what it is. In the West, the surprise, the Angels. I guess the trash cans didn't really help out the Astros in this one. Injuries hurt them too. But the Angels are looking to win this division with the A's pretty much competing with them. You look at the wild card spots, you have Oakland comfortably ahead. So even if Oakland doesn't win the division, they're still practically guaranteed a wild card spot. They're 9.5 games ahead of Tampa. Cleveland, for sure going to get a playoff spot, it looks like, unless they falter down the stretch. Sizable gap with Tampa. And as you look at the East starting to creep up, you have the Tigers. The Astros will come soon at this point. And yeah, kind of what you got. You see the magic number, Yankees magic number is 5. For wild card, still a long way to go. 8, 10 for Philly. A lot to be decided. Could have really went with this. This kind of illustrates it a little bit more. The East is simple. They're going to win their division. The Yankees are. Now the Braves are an interesting one, because if you look at it, Phillies have a tougher schedule. Braves have more games at home, so that may help. And the Nats are kind of on the outside looking in, but the Nats also have the easier schedule. The Central, the Reds and the Cardinals. A lot of road games for Cincinnati, but thankfully they get Giants and Red Sox for a couple of series coming up. The Cardinals with the Cubs and the Royals, so it's not much harder. The schedules are about the same, but Cardinals get to have a few more at home. West, done. Don't even need to look at that. The wild card is a fun one. So much to go on. We'll have to look at it as it gets a little bit closer. The Central, Cleveland has more home games, but they have a tougher schedule. The Angels and the A's, about the same in home games. Schedule's a little bit tougher for the Angels, but they have a little room to work with. You see the wild card, a lot to be decided, but someone has to falter. But let's go ahead and end this video, and we'll do that by looking at our results against the Cubs. So we win the first game. Rizzo hit us hard, but we had a big second inning, and that is what helped get us ahead in this game. That second inning, and we pretty much rode that all the way to the end. You see Javi, Rizzo, productive, productive, and most of our bats productive as well. Bertrand 2 for 4, batting 300 so far. Not gonna complain about that. Gomer with the win. Let's go. Good thing we got Herman out when we did, because it looked like he was going to be bad. Castillo with the save, his third. And you see Hendricks there. Let him up early. Good. We lose the second game. Scored too late, but not enough. We got behind early. So Carlos, or Sensatella pitch. Gomer, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run. Bullpen wasn't shut down. Kimbrel giving up 2 runs. Like to see it. Dahl with 2 home runs. Murphy with the home run. Maybe Dahl can get to 30. He was relatively healthy this season. Can't complain. He's going to have 100 RBIs. Arenado. What do you get for him if you make a move for next season? Let's see. So we lose that one. And then we win our last game of this episode 13-10. Walk-off 3-run home run by Hilliard in the bottom of the 9th. So let me track the score here. We went down 5-2. We tied it in the 6th. We took the lead in the 8th. They tied it in the 9th, so blown save. And then 3-run walk-off home run. Rizzo trolling us. Actually, I think that might be a rare blown save by Diaz, but he still gets the win. Freeland, not great. Lester, also not great. Battle the pen, and Greg Kimbrel gets it again. Dude is trash. 42 home runs for Arenado. 126. Murphy hitting 100 RBI. Maybe Chuck can do it as well. He needs 7. Dahl needs 6. So look at those two. Something to keep an eye on. Hey, if you have 4 guys that have over 100, the runs are there. You need the other stuff. Alright. We'll look at the other things next episode in terms of the young players to see what they have going on. But I will go ahead and call it for now. Thanks for watching. I said this one in terms of length was going to be a little bit shorter because of all the other stuff going on. But thanks for watching. We'll go ahead and wrap up the season and the playoffs, look at some stats, and then the following episode after that we'll actually look into the off season. We'll do a whole episode for the off season. Well, thanks for watching. Tune in next week to see how the Rockies finish out, and I will catch you next time.